Alright, we got a Ego 2 amp hour battery on the standard battery charger here. Going to be comparing this to the Echo 2 amp hour battery. So the battery's in there fully charged, same thing with the Ego. So we're going to take these off of here and see what the actual voltage difference is between them. So we get that hooked up. Fresh off the charger, 57.2 volts. So 57.2 steady. So we get the terminals deep inside there. And look at that. 57.6 volts. 57.5, 57.6. More 5 than 6. Echo is claiming a 58 volt system, and it's holding at 57.5 or 57.6, just a hair above what the Ego is, even though it's rated 2 full volts higher. Interesting. So regarding charge voltage, the Ego pack charges to 57.2 volts, the Echo to 57.5. Like I said before, it's a little disappointing that Echo isn't quite charging 58 volts like they say they are. They're getting close, but not quite. Looks like their marketing team got a hold of things and decided to skew reality a little bit. Alright, we got the screws out of the Echo battery, and let's see how she comes apart here. Alright, there you have it. The whole compartment slides right out, and it's really not much of a surprise to see when you take this apart. It's got the same cell count as the Ego battery. So I don't know why they think they can advertise it 2 volts higher, but they do. Obviously they're charging it just a couple of, maybe 0.3 volts, 0.4 volts higher than the Ego cell, but definitely not at full 2 volts. And really, there's nothing in here that says there's any advantage over the Ego battery. I'm going to go ahead and take apart the Ego battery now. Alright, here we are in the meat and potatoes of the Ego pack. This is what you see when you come inside. The same 14 count 18650 lithium ion cells that you find in the Echo pack. From a thermal standpoint, the Ego thermal management is leaps and bounds ahead. The Ego pack has what they've started calling this arc lithium technology, referring to the fact that when the battery pack is assembled, it has an arc shape to it so that all the cells are spread out, so that when you're discharging and charging it, all these vents here, you can see all these vents with this mesh material covering them. These vents are designed to pull air through the battery while it's being charged, and to allow air to circulate through the battery when you're discharging it, when you're using it. If you look at the way their pack is designed, it almost looks like there's some cooling vents in the bottom here. But if you look closely, those are actually blocked off. There is no light coming through that pack. There is no airflow through that pack at all, either when it's charging or when it's discharging while you're using it. So from a thermal standpoint, this 2 amp hour pack is going to get way hotter than this one when you're using it. And considering heat is the biggest enemy of a cell, I would say Ego has really thought this out well. They've got a really well-designed pack here. Most other competitors like Echo and Ryobi, they all use these brick-style packs where they're just basically a solid mass of cells in a box. No air in, no air out, no way to cool them off. From a longevity standpoint, if heat kills cells, and we know that, then I would say that this pack is being set up for failure. And if you should manage to get any water inside this Echo pack, guess what? All that exposed electronics, I don't think that's going to handle water too well. Whereas with the Ego, they're very open and honest about the fact that they've sealed everything inside here. And when you take it apart, you see why they make that claim. All their electronics are buried in this sort of urethane seal material here. So if you do get this wet, the water is not automatically going to short everything out. If you get this one wet, I doubt it's going to fare too well. So anyway, I hope you like this little comparison shot, a little bit of the nitty-gritty, what's going on inside the product you're buying. Hope you enjoyed this. That's it for now. Enjoy.